Well, he has, Marie. You know, there's a saying, necessity is the father of invention. This man you're talking about came up with an idea on how to clean and sanitize casino chips. And the thing is, he came up with this idea long before COVID. If you've been inside a casino post-quarantine, there is one thing you can't help but notice.
There are people cleaning nonstop.
Everything's beyond clean right now.
Meet Clay Dubois, owner and inventor of Elite Chip Care.
My background is a little bit technical. I opened up the Wynn Resort in Macau in 2006.
He also sold chips to casinos for many years and would always get the question, how do you clean them?
You know, their only alternative was clean them by hand, which would probably take 4 to 6 weeks, or order new chips, which would take 8 to 12 weeks.
Forget 12 weeks. How about 12 minutes? That's how long it takes Clay to get hundreds of chips sparkling clean, up to 20,000 per hour. His patent-pending cleaning machine uses ultrasonic sound wave technology and basic soap and water.
And when it comes out after 12 minutes, we take it here and we place it right here.
For added sanitation, he'll then dry the chips in a modified convection oven at 145 degrees.
Coronavirus, according to the World Health Organization, is rendered inactive at 132.8 degrees.
Which brings up another interesting point. Clay actually came up with the idea back in 2018, mostly to help combat norovirus. Interest, he says, has always been moderate until now, where he says orders are now coming in every day, not just from Las Vegas, but around the world. A stroke of luck? Perhaps. But Clay says he's happy to let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, Jim, and a lot of people saw the smoke from this one on Saturday, a row of bushes that burned right here on Frank Sinatra Drive. But when we talk fire season this year, flames and smoke, well, that's not the only thing that concerns firefighters, not in the age of coronavirus. This was the scene Saturday afternoon, flames shooting up along the east side of I-15, a brush fire pushed along by gusting winds. Fortunately, no buildings threatened, but it does start a conversation.
It is pretty dry, though. We hadn't had much rain lately.
About what's in store for our local mountains during the 2020 fire season.
It's looking to be an above average fire season for the southern portion of the state in June.
State Forester Casey says continued drought coupled with a heavy crop of grasses paint a grim picture for the coming summer. And that was before COVID-19.
The fire doesn't really care if there's a pandemic.
David Cochran is president of the state's Fire Chiefs Association.
We're going to have to do our job, but if we can minimize the risk to us and the others assigned to that fire through this module of one concept, that's what we're going to do.
And that includes social distancing, keeping firefighters 6 feet apart, for instance, when they're cutting line. The state is also bringing in some additional resources, including 3 more helicopters and 21 additional firefighters hired by the Bureau of Land Management.
When we fight forest fires, they're always very fluid and dynamic type situations. Different things change throughout the day, and this is just another layer that we have to try to address.
Next month marks 7 years since the Carpenter 1 fire, 28,000 acres destroyed in the Mount Charleston area. That one sparked by lightning, and firefighters know at least half of the fires on the mountain are human-caused.
Throughout the rest of the summer, there's going to be no wood or charcoal fires anywhere on this mountain except in the developed recreation area.
Prevention, then, is key.
We need everybody to participate.
No justice, no peace were the words chanted in front of the Regional Justice Center today. Dozens of people who do defense work in our community saying it's time for reform so that no one else experiences the injustice that killed George Floyd and other people of color.
Please, I can't breathe.
Please, please. I can't breathe.
I can't breathe, officer. Shut up. Don't kill me.
I can't breathe, officer. Don't kill me. Demonstrators sitting in silence for 8 minutes and 46 seconds tonight as Deputy Public Defender Jessica Smith-Peterson recited George Floyd's last words as he died with a Minneapolis police officer's knee on his neck.
I think that there needs to be a full haul of, how we police communities, if that is the focus that's happening right now. The resources that we provide to communities, education versus, over policing.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
She and other attorneys who do defense work in the community standing in solidarity with protesters who have been marching for change around the country.
We are standing here during a pandemic, and I'm not talking about COVID, I'm talking about injustice.
We are witness every day to injustice. Injustices for people of color and people from marginalized communities. We witness it every day firsthand, and we're tired of it.
They say those injustices come in many forms against people of color here in Clark County.
In sentencing, you have different people of color who may be charged with things that are petty crimes, minor crimes, that other people may not be charged with.
That's something that happens constantly in black and brown communities. You get stopped for something simple like not having a light on your bicycle, and it adds up. The harassment adds up.
Defense attorneys saying reforms shouldn't be limited to law enforcement.
We need to use this momentum to actually bring about some change in the judicial system, the prosecutorial system, the overall criminal justice system as a whole needs to be overhauled, and hopefully we can keep this momentum going.